We're here to cut through the noise, help you get up to speed on the big tech shifts. And you've seen it, right? That information curve just keeps spiking. Today, we're diving into something huge AI video generation. It's really exploding. We're moving past just text to image, which was amazing in itself, and now stepping into this era of, well, seamless, high quality video, actual moving content. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Our mission today: take all this information swirling around and really analyze the latest, probably the most significant leap in this tech. I mean, OpenAI Sora, that kind of kicked things off, proved the concept was, possible. But now, the competition is seriously here. We're talking Google's big new player, Veo. And we need to figure out what this whole text-to-video or TTV battle means for you, whether you're a creator needing faster workflows, a business needing constant content, or maybe just curious, trying to keep up.
It really is a classic tech rivalry, which just incredibly fast.
hmm
Sora showed us AI could make dynamic stuff, with decent camera moves, some cinematic feel. That was the starting gun. But yeah, the big news right now is Veo, specifically Google DeepMind and Google's latest version, Veo 3.1. And this release, it signals something important. The TTV race isn't just research anymore. It's moved into a real commercial fight, all about practical use, getting it into workflows.
That shift, right? From cool research demo to actual tool you can use, that feels key. Because those earlier models, they struggled just to make something that made sense, didn't they? Veo 3.1, from what we're seeing, it seems really focused on moving past just making a video and more into like sophisticated control.
Yeah.
So tell us, what are the big updates? What makes this version feel like it's ready?
Right. Veo 3.1 gets that just spitting out frames isn't enough for real work. It's tackling the old problems head on. Better control, actual editing features, higher quality, and this is crucial, proper audio integration. High fidelity audio. If you look at the features they're highlighting, it's all about refinement, not just raw power. Supporting richer audio, that's massive. Bad audio sync, low quality sound, that was a huge headache in post-production before. They're also talking about more narrative control and really improving the realism, like how materials look, the textures.
Oh, wait, and I think the thing that really makes it feel like a next-gen tool is the input flexibility you mentioned. It's not just typing text anymore, is it?
Exactly. That's a huge step. The model supports more advanced inputs. Sure, text prompts, but also image to video, or using a specific starting frame to guide it. This lets creators actually build on existing visuals, not just generate something totally from scratch.
Huh. So, say I've got a specific brand frame or maybe a key image for a product. I can use that as the starting point to make sure a marketing video looks consistent. That sounds like it cuts down massively on just trying things over and over.
It really does, and that's part of why it feels less like a black box generator and more like, well, an editing tool almost. They've actually included features like inserting or deleting objects within a scene after it's been generated. That's not just generation, that's like real-time, smart visual editing. It puts AI right into the revision process.
Hold on, though. Putting that kind of control straight into enterprise systems, it sounds like Google's really pushing for business adoption, like right now. Are they kind of skipping the usual long beta period?
Oh, it's definitely a strategic play. They want market share, fast. So yeah, we're seeing Veo 3.1 pop up in Google's own video tool, Flow. But maybe more importantly, it's available to developers through the Gemini API, and big companies can access it via Vertex AI. This isn't just some paper they published. It's a product launch aimed at immediate, large-scale use. They want that revenue, sure, but also the feedback from pros using it daily.
Okay, it really sounds like we've crossed a major technical line here. I definitely remember those early video attempts. The jerky motion, things just appearing or disappearing randomly, weird extra limbs, the classic lab toy glitches. So what actually changed? What are the specific technical advancements that made this viable now commercially?
Yeah, that's a really important point about the tech maturing. Those old problems, the jumpy frames, the illogical movement, those were basically issues with controlling the underlying AI model, keeping things stable. These newer models, and Veo 3.1 is a prime example, they've really focused on solving that. Maintaining coherence over longer clips, making sure the virtual camera moves smoothly, intentionally. Just look at how the language changed. It went from, can we even make a video, to, can we make a video with great audio and realistic textures? That shift tells you they're way past the basic experiment phase.
And this is where it gets really interesting if you actually make content, right? This tech seems to just slash the amount of heavy lifting involved. Like instead of needing separate teams for shooting, complex visual effects, mixing sound afterwards, now creators are maybe focusing more on writing really good prompts, selecting the best starting points, tweaking the AI's output.
Precise.
The implication there feels huge. Like people who aren't professional videographers can suddenly generate stuff that looks really dynamic, high production value. It sort of drops the resource barrier almost to zero for getting initial ideas out there.
Yeah.
Small teams, even individuals, can visually compete with bigger studios now, at least on some level.
And that efficiency, that zero barrier to entry you mentioned, that ties directly into the economics of it all. This isn't just about making cool-looking videos. It's about changing how content markets work.
Exactly. So why are businesses and these massive platforms pouring so much money and effort into winning this TTV race? What's making it the new must-have?
Well, the biggest driver is just this incredible hunger for content, pure volume. Video demand, especially with platforms like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, it's just off the charts, exponential. Video keeps people watching longer. It's more engaging than static images or text alone. So everyone from solo creators to giant corporations, they desperately need to make more content, make it faster, and ideally make it cheaper. TTV models like Veo, they promise to do exactly that, radically cut down the time and cost of video production.
But hang on, is the cost really disappearing or just shifting? Like instead of paying camera crews and editors, now you're paying for, I don't know, expert prompt writers? Or maybe expensive API access and cloud computing time? Is it really cheaper overall?
That's a great question, and it's a tension we definitely have to watch. It's probably more accurate to say it's an acceleration and a reallocation. The cost of physical gear might drop, yeah,
Yeah.
but the expense moves towards compute power and, frankly, the skill needed to guide the AI effectively. Idea generation, prompt optimization, that's where the value is. But the speed advantage, that's undeniable. Imagine A/B testing 10 different ad concepts visually in a week instead of taking 6 months for traditional production. The return on investment, even with API costs, could heavily favor the AI workflow there. And this leads right into the platform competition aspect. The big platforms, especially Google with YouTube, the ultimate video engine, they have this huge strategic reason to get the best AI creation tools integrated.
Ah, that makes total sense. If you own the tool everyone uses to create, you kind of own the content flow onto your platform.
Yeah. Exactly right. Integrating something like Veo 3.1, it encourages more people to create, which keeps users on their platform longer stickiness. And it makes it easier for new creators to get started, which helps ensure YouTube, in this case, stays the main place people go for video. Plus, there were those reports, pretty strong ones, that Google used its massive YouTube library to train earlier versions, like Veo 2. That gives them a potential edge in generating videos that look like what people already watch.
And for businesses outside of the platforms, this sounds like it could revolutionize how they operate too. Like quickly making dynamic signs for stores, churning out tons of ad variations for different online groups, stay fast A/B testing for visuals. It saves money, sure, but also critical time to market. Okay, so we've talked tech, we've talked platforms, economics. Let's bring it back to the individual. If I'm, say, a social media creator, or I work in marketing, or I'm just trying to stay informed, how does this power shift actually change my world, like right now?
I think the single biggest impact is that dramatic lowering of the creative barrier we talked about. The democratization of creation, really. You don't necessarily need the expensive camera, the fancy editing software, or years of technical training to make something visually compelling anymore. A really well-crafted text prompt, that might actually be enough to generate a scene that looks professional. For personal brands, small marketing teams, this is incredibly powerful. It levels the playing field quite a bit against bigger production houses, at least in terms of the final visual quality. But the flip side is, when everyone can easily make video, the sheer volume is going to explode. And that forces competition to shift.
Right. That's the crucial implication, isn't it? When the technical skill of making the video becomes automated and easy for almost anyone, then the difference between success and failure isn't going to be how well you produced it technically. That becomes the baseline. The differentiator, the success factor, it shifts completely. It becomes about the quality of your idea, the strength of your story, how unique your concept is, and frankly, how skilled you are at prompting the AI to bring that vision to life. Your creativity, your ability to craft a narrative that becomes the most valuable, the most monetizable asset in this new TTV landscape.
And connecting this to the wider picture, we absolutely have to talk about the risks. This power, this accessibility, it comes with challenges. As the tech gets more realistic, more controllable, the ethical issues grow right alongside it. We need to be paying very close attention to copyright, I mean, who owns the video the AI makes? And of course, the potential for misuse. Creating deep fakes, generating misleading content that gets harder and harder to spot as fake. That's a serious concern. The challenge isn't purely technical, it's societal. We need mechanisms, users, platforms, governments working together for detection, for flagging bad content, for regulation. We need transparency around synthetic media. This conversation has to happen now alongside all the exciting feature announcements. So maybe my final thought for you is something provocative, perhaps. The future workplace, across video, marketing, even education. It's probably not about humans being replaced outright. It's more about adopting AI-enhanced workflows. Your specific job, your technical skills might not vanish, but they'll definitely be accelerated, augmented by these tools. The real challenge, the career skill to focus on, isn't just learning the software buttons. It's adapting to this new game where your unique human ideas, your creative direction, your prompting ability that matters way more than just the manual technical execution.
That's a fantastic way to frame it. Okay, quick recap then. We went from Sora showing the potential to Veo 3.1 really zeroing in on control, editing, and quality for actual use. AI video is fundamentally changing content creation. It's knocking down those technical walls and putting the spotlight right back on human creativity, on storytelling, on the core idea. It's definitely a challenging time, but also, wow, full of opportunity for creators. So, what do you think about this democratization of video? Are you excited by the creative possibilities? Are you maybe more concerned about the ethical side, the realism? Let us know. Share your thoughts, your questions down in the comments section below this video. And hey, if you found this deep dive useful, please do take a second to like this video, share it, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, Everyday AI Podcast. That's the best way to stay updated on all the latest AI insights and trends. Oh, and make sure you hit that notification bell too so you know right away when we release new deep dives like this one.